20. Wyatt. I hate it, but I'm spending another evening scrolling through Aurora's Instagram instead of reading the book. ID picked up. I always tell her I'm going to sit by the fire or on the couch diving into some history, but I barely get through a few pages without checking my phone just to see her face. Today was tough. I had enough to do on the ranch, including tending to a sick heifer, which always gets me down, especially when you know you can't afford the best medicine for them and are basically just trying to keep them as well as possible until the infection gets them. Then, Aurora confessed she'd been distracted by planning for a meeting with her agent tomorrow that she was stressed about and hadn't got anywhere with finishing the last guest house. So, despite my splitting headache, I obviously jumped at the opportunity to help her, buzzing at the relief that swept through her eyes, knowing that was my doing. As soon as we were done, Aurora announced she needed a long, hot bath. The image that flashed into my mind had all my blood rushing down south, making me feel like a stupid, horny teenager. After that, I hurried straight home, had a long, cold shower in contrast, cooked some food, and settled down with a whiskey and a book to distract myself. But I am a weak, weak man these days, and though I hate to admit that her silly wellness stuff works, after burning the clothes that reminded me of Holly the other night, I feel like my mind is completely free to think of nothing but Aurora. It's weird seeing this side of Aurora on her Instagram, which is so perfectly curated, but omits all the beautifully vulnerable parts of her. There's more of the ranch on there now, including pictures of us ranchers doing yoga, regrettably, but there's no evidence of the crumple of her freckled nose when she laughs and gets annoyed at me, or the way she nibbles her thumbnail when she's thinking, or how she does a weird little dance when she's happy about something. Jesus, when did I become so obsessed with Aurora? I should just go to bed. I do one last check of my home feed just as Aurora posts a new photo, and she's holding a goddamn vibrator. They've to do a double take, but I'm not mistaken. It's a photo of her posing with a hot pink bullet, beaming. Her hair is a little messy, and there's a golden glow to her skin that screams post-orgasm. She's obviously done that on purpose, and it turns me on far more than it should. I want to be the one who makes her look that way. The caption reads, "Self-pleasure is a form of self-care. Whatever your relationship status, devoting time to your pleasure is proven to reduce stress and improve your self-confidence. And what better way to take care of your mental health than with an earth-shattering orgasm?" I know Pinky here has definitely helped to ease some of my tension, while I've been working hard in the States on the upcoming retreat. Rory XO. My eyes run back to the name Pinky. I thought that was the name of her teddy bear. Has she been using Pinky up in that empty house all alone while I've literally been next door? Hold on. She told me about Pinky looking after her on the night she kissed me. Fuck, did she go and play with herself after kissing me? Was I sitting on my bed that night fisting my cock, imagining it was her lips around me while she was finishing to the thought of me too? God, my cock is straining against my sweatpants. No, I need to stop being so hopeful. That's never helped me before. That kiss was fake. She told me I was her friend. Or was that just a cover-up? Because if she asked me what she meant to me, I'd lie and say a friend too, to save face, just like I've been doing this whole time pretending I'm not obsessed with her. It's that exact thought that has me tucking my boner up into my waistband and marching out the door, over to hers. The rational, sensible mind I pride myself on has been thrown out the window by my throbbing cock and wild, racing thoughts, by the agony I've felt around her. Suddenly aware of how badly I want her when I have to be professional and just a goddamn friend. I have no idea what my plan is, but I need to see her, need to speak to her. I rap my knuckles on the door and lean against the frame, waiting. There's a period of silence before I hear the shuffle of Aurora's feet coming down the stairs. She opens the door, a phone in her hand, her gaze widening as she takes me in, dropping down my body, and slowly back up. Her tongue darts over her lips, wetting them. Aurora's dressed in a pair of silky purple pajamas, with an oversized, chunky white cardigan hanging off her shoulders, bringing out the pink of her strawberry lips and flushed cheeks. The pajamas do nothing to hide her figure, hugging every soft curve, and I can faintly see the peak of her nipples through the fabric. I have to rip my eyes away. Her hair is slightly wet, making her waves all frizzy, but it looks exactly like I imagined when I thought of her in the bath. She's goddamn delicious. Wyatt? Aurora asks, bringing me back from my fucking her. I take in a deep breath, jaw tight as I struggle to keep my gaze just on her face. You said Pinky was a teddy bear? Aurora bites her lip, cheeks reddening more intensely. Realization hitting her, but her honey eyes are wild. I can't stop myself from glancing down to where her chest is heaving, her breaths coming out louder, faster. No, I didn't, she counters, glancing at my lips. I said it was my bedtime toy. Her eyes rake over me shamelessly and it burns. It's like she's daring me to do the same to her again because she's so obviously less clothed, and the way she's now smirking makes me feel far too vulnerable. Are you going to carry on talking about your sex toys, or are you planning on introducing us? A woman's voice suddenly rings out from her phone. Aurora's gaze snaps back to the screen, the blush spreading up her neck now too. Sorry, Sophia. Aurora grimaces, then looks at me. TM on FaceTime to my friend from home. The phone coughs and corrects her. Best friend, actually. Now spin me around so I can see if he's as hot as you said he was. Sophia, Aurora squeals, pulling the phone to her chest, as if that would stop me from hearing what had already been said. Her eyes shoot heavenward in a plea. I don't even try to suppress my proud smile, letting the thought of Aurora finding me attractive bolster my ego. Eventually, she mouths to me, sorry, and turns the phone around. So I'm faced with a girl who has curly black hair and knowing eyes that are too eager to meet me. Hey Wyatt, I'm Sophia. Hope you're taking care of my girl while she's out there. Her raised eyebrows make me feel like I'm being interrogated, and I have to remind myself that she's just a face on a phone screen. Nice to meet you, Sophia. Don't worry if you should be concerned about anyone, it's me. Your girl's a feisty one? Aurora sneers at me and yanks the phone back, but I catch a glimpse of Sophia's approving grin before she's gone. Well, it's the middle of the night here, Rory, Sophia adds with a yawn. And I only love you a little bit more than I love my sleep. So now Wyatt's here. He can keep you company instead. Bye. Love you, wait, Sophia. Aurora's shaking her head, but it seems Sophia hangs up before she can argue. She sighs and rolls her lips together. They're shiny, and I bet she's got that strawberry-flavored lip gloss on like the other night, the one I'm craving another taste of. Once Aurora pockets her phone, those hazel eyes glance up at me, seeking. Did you want to come in for a drink, Wyatt? God, why does the way she says my name make me want to get down on my knees for her? What the hell is happening to me? I've already had a drink tonight. I probably shouldn't have another. My parents are coming over tomorrow. I've got a lot to do. And she's got that meeting tomorrow. She probably needs to sleep. I should leave. There's no reason for me to be here. Still, I say sure. We're sitting on the swing, sipping on our drinks, staring out at the sun setting between the peaks. These views would usually make me feel peaceful. But right now I feel like I'm drowning under the palpable tension that's thickened the air around us. We had a brief conversation about her meeting tomorrow over some old, cheap whiskey I assume belonged to Grace, before we dropped into the silence that's hit for the last couple of minutes. All I can think about is the way that Aurora's knee is resting against my thigh, where she's pulled her legs up onto the swing. My whole thigh is tingling, begging for my sweatpants to go, so that I can feel that skin-on-skin contact. And although I know I've never exactly been much of a talker, that feeling, coupled with the vibrator picture flashing in my mind, has me speechless. I'm just about to down the rest of my drink and announce I need to go home when the song playing on the speaker changes to one of my favorites by Zach Bryan, Shivers Down Spines. It's one of his older ones, so I'm surprised she's been listening to it. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're a bit obsessed with me, Aurora. I nudge her, feeling so silly for trying to touch her any way I can. What? Why? Her eyes flash wide, and I watch the column of her throat work as she gulps. She glances around my face, genuinely looking concerned. No retort or insistence that I shouldn't flatter myself like expected. My lips twitch. Zach Bryan? You've started listening to him. I'd told you he was my favorite singer. Oh, she says as she blows out a breath, relaxing back into the swing again. She bites her lip and shakes her head, though I hate to admit it, you've got good taste. His songs are beautiful, really. Aurora shuffles around to face me, and the remnants of the setting sun's amber rays douse her in golden light, making her freckled cheekbones gleam and her honey eyes even richer. The way her messy waves tumble over one of her cheeks, shining like rivers of fire, is too divine. The shivers that race down my spine just confirm how holy her beauty is, and that I might need Zach Bryan to write the soundtrack to my life. Aurora's lips hook up into a mischievous grin as her eyes brighten. In fact, this is the perfect song to finish that dance you owe me from last week. I don't have a chance to protest because Aurora takes my glass away and settles it with hers underneath the swing, then grabs both my hands and yanks me up, giggling. I'm panicking because I'm not sure I'll survive this. Her warm body pressed against mine, barely any material separating us as I'm able to explore the curve of her waist, hips, back, all with the thought of her and that vibrator in my mind. Yet here I am, not saying no, because once again, 1 a.m. a weak man. Aurora slips both arms around my neck, lifting onto her tiptoes. One finger slowly strokes the back of my neck, while she inches close enough that her breasts press against my chest, causing me to inhale sharply. I can feel her heartbeat racing. Biting her lip, she watches me, not smiling until I take her in my hands, letting them splay over her hips, treading the fine line of how low down I can touch her. I never let myself indulge. I know the universe doesn't reward those who are greedy, that if I let myself get too carried away, something will come to humble me. But maybe tonight can be an exception, because the way Aurora's staring up at me as we sway to the music is like I've hung the moon, and I'd do anything to have the way she looks right now tattooed into my mind. Aurora Jones, forever. The shivers resurface when she stretches up so she can rest her head in the crook of my neck, hair tickling my jaw. Her breath is hot against my shoulder, coming out in heavy shudders. I rub my thumbs up her hips, caressing the soft curve of her waist, hating the thin barrier of satin. When her breath hitches, I let my fingers dig into her skin just a little, wanting to make her gasp like that every morning, every night. My whole body aches with need, blood feeling unbearably thick as it rushes through my veins, along with the whiskey, pulsing with my unsteady heart. Wyatt, Aurora whispers against my shoulder. That is all I need to pull me from my silly daydream. I've had my fill, and now I need to come back to reality. I can't fuck this up, no matter how badly I want to. I yank my hands away, taking a step back, and announce the first thing that pops into my head. Incredibly loudly, my parents are coming over tomorrow, so we're not going to the bar. Aurora's forehead creases as her arms slowly lower. She mumbles, that seems totally relevant. I shuffle back until I'm leaning against the porch fence, putting plenty of distance between us. But it doesn't stop the words from spilling, because now I'm really nervous. And I don't like the way Aurora's glaring at me. I feel too hot. Cherry will be there too. They want to see what we've been working on. I'm gonna cook us all dinner if you wanted to join. My laugh comes out all nervous. I'm sure they'd love to meet you because you're my boss, technically. Wyatt, Aurora waves. Are you all right? Definitely not. I've never been this flustered around a woman. Yeah, why? I shrug. She shakes her head, laughing. Because you had total verbal diarrhea then when normally you communicate in grunts. I sigh, the whole verbal diarrhea phrase helping to dispel any still roaming wild thoughts in my head. Sorry, yeah. Too much to drink, huh? I should probably get going. We've both had a long day. I expect you want to get some beauty sleep before your meeting tomorrow. Aurora's face drops and she jumps forward as go to head off. You could do your meal here, what? She tucks some hair behind her ear. I mean, your place is great and all, but there's more space here for everyone to sit and eat. You can take advantage of the bigger kitchen, too. I wouldn't want to inconvenience you. You wouldn't be. I want you here. You're Tamily here. It would be nice to make use of all this space for once. It feels a bit empty and lonely when it's just me. Aurora worries her lip while her honeyed eyes glisten up at me. The thought of her being lonely up here makes my chest twinge. I want her to know that I'm here, that she's always got my shoulder to fall asleep on if she needs it, that she's always got, well, me. But I'm not sure how to put that into words without crossing the healthy boundaries we've set any more than I already have tonight. Intact. The boundaries that keep this ranch and my job, please. Aurora widens her eyes further. I feel like I could fall straight into them. I can't stand the idea of her being upset now. Fine, yes? Squealing with delight, Aurora shakes her hips in a little dance towards the back door. My eyes are glued to her ass the whole time. She spins around too quickly, catching me. With a smirk, she waves and says, "Good night, Wyatt."